Every time someone picks up this dog, it pees out of fear, so no one wants to adopt it, and now it is the only one left in the pet store. One day, the owner picked up the dog, and it peed out of fear again. The owner was furious, and the dog jumped up and escaped from the pet store. It accidentally ran onto a fighting ring. A man picked up the dog and tried to throw it out, but the dog peed on his face out of fear. The man was furious and used the elasticity of the rope to lunge at the dog, but he accidentally slipped on a banana peel and fell. The dog suddenly leaped up and tightly grabbed the man's neck. The man's face turned bright red, and he fainted from lack of oxygen. The referee stepped forward to count, and in the end, the dog won. It was then adopted by the family of the wrestling gym owner, but as soon as they stepped out, they were surrounded by a group of journalists because someone had secretly filmed the human-dog battle and posted it online. The owner saw a business opportunity and announced that the dog would return to the ring in a week. He then brought in a monkey to help train the dog. To improve its physical condition, it had to lift dumbbells 100 times a day. To correct its habit of urinating out of fear, it had to meditate for 2 hours every day. After a week of training, the dog had its first match, and its opponent was a mummy. As soon as the match began, the dog grabbed the bandages on the mummy's body and ran forward. The mummy was dragged around in circles, and eventually all the bandages were torn off, causing the mummy to faint. The dog won the match and became a true superstar. Soon after, it began its second match. This time, its opponent was a wrestling champion. As soon as the match began, the dog bit the man's shoelaces, tying his feet together, causing him to fall. Then it climbed onto the man's back and began pulling his hair. Just as the dog thought it had won, the man suddenly pulled out a dog whistle and blew it. Upon hearing the sound, the dog collapsed to the ground, unable to resist, and lost the match. The owner was furious upon discovering this and demanded a rematch. But as soon as the match began, the man blew the dog whistle again. The dog once again lay helplessly on the ground. The man leaped up and struck the dog, but the dog rolled over and dodged swiftly. The man knocked himself unconscious and the dog emerged victorious. It turned out the dog had plugged its ears with earplugs.